Yo, 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 yo. What up, what up, what up, what up, people? Welcome back to another edition of Mike on Sports. I am your host. I go by the name of Mike Gross, man. Big up to that 501 and that 317 Little Rock, Indianapolis. We are in the motherfucking building. What's going on, y'all, man? Smash that thumbs up button on your way in, man. We got some things to talk about today, man. Some topics to cover, some things to get into. A little bit of Mike Tyson. We're gonna be talking about the franchise belt, man. Thoughts on the franchise belt. In Inoue said he will be interested in fighting Navarrete. There is a but, though. There is a but. And man, we got a lot more things to get into. So you know what I'm saying. So with that being said, y'all know how I get down. Y'all know what I'm about, and y'all know what time it is. Yo, Mike, drop that beat on. DJ N1, what's going on? Adrian Chapman, what's good? What's good? Rabisky, what's up? What's up, homie? Hopefully everybody out there in the chat, man, y'all doing good. Y'all chilling out and y'all rocking out with the best, man. Mike on Sports for all the best boxing information, man. I'm gonna give it to you raw, straight, no chaser. But let's go ahead and get into it, man. Now look, I was on the internet today and I came across a video of another training video of Iron Mike Tyson, boy. I'm telling y'all, man. I know it's snippets. I know it's only like 34 seconds. I know it's just training, but man, Mike Tyson looked like he's in great shape to be 54 years old. Craig L, what's good? Shiloh, what's up? What's up? What's up? And he looks like he is in tip-top, tremendous shape. So let's go ahead and get to that video, and we'll break it down and see what it all means. That boy Iron Mike out here selling smart cups, boy. He put his little training video on a commercial, man. Bro, Tyson looking good, bro. He looking good, man. But I still don't want to see him versus a top heavyweight now. If there was a UFC fighter who didn't have the boxing ability that some of these boxers got, I would pay to see Mike Tyson maybe versus of a UFC fighter. And there is this one particular UFC fighter who has been listening to Mike Tyson, who understands who Mike Tyson understands his gripe about his pay. And let me give you a brief flashback from yesterday on who I am exactly talking about. Because Mike brought this up, it wasn't me.
This is gonna be interesting. Now listen to this, right? UFC is more popular than boxing, right? Got higher ratings, right? Right?
Yes.
But the UFC will never be richer than a first-class fighter.
That's true. It's true. It's evident. It's evident. You see the purses that Floyd is commanding.
Make $100 million. Conor had to fight Floyd.
Right. Right.
Wow. If he fight John Jones, he's not going to get that.
Yeah. True.
In the UFC. If he fight John Jones got to fight me if he wants to make some money, super money.
John Jones got to fight me if he want to make some super money. Now look. Let's play with this possibility right quick, because John Jones came out and he responded. John, what you say, boy? Boney Jones came out. Oh, yeah. Oh, Johnny Bone Jones came out. He said, I'm listening, Mike Tyson. I'm listening. And we know right now that John Jones is not happy with his current pay at the UFC. We know that to be a fact. He came out, Dana White came out publicly about that. And we also know that John Jones' boxing game might not be as good as his striking game in the UFC. Because you got kicks, you got elbows, you know what I'm saying? You got a lot of different things John Jones could throw at Mike Tyson. In a boxing ring, he wouldn't necessarily be able to throw all those crazy things. It'd just be hands. And could John Jones beat Mike Tyson? I know Mike Tyson 54. I know he's older, but he got muscle memory. He got the experience of being in the boxing ring. He knows what it takes. This will be an intriguing fight. And we know Mike Tyson and Dana White have a very, very, very good relationship. This would be a mega fight. If you attach anybody's name to Mike Tyson on a comeback, it's going to be mega, especially somebody like John Jones, who's considered the greatest UFC fighter of all time. So you have the greatest UFC fighter of all time. A guy who has a checkered past, a guy who has his ups and downs. And you got Mike Tyson. We know the kind of past he got. We know the kind of history that Mike Tyson got. We know it. And just for a reminder, it's not the Mike Tyson who was depressed at the end of his career, who was just fighting for the money. This money going to charity. He said, all right, my wife and her company might take a little bit of it to pay the expenses, but the money going to charity, so ain't like he fighting for money. Although I'm sure there will be a lot of endorsement deals, that he will have coming out. But this is a new Mike Tyson. Look at this. Look at Mike Tyson right now. I don't know if John Jones ready for all that. I don't know if John Jones can handle all that. He's not a boxer. He's a great and tremendous striker in the UFC, but he is not a boxer. Can he cause problems for Mike Tyson? Maybe because he's younger, has the stamina, maybe could catch him like late. But early on, you have to favor Mike Tyson. Early on, he's back in shape. I know he ain't took a punch or took a lick in a long time, so he might not be the same Mike that we always knew. But this fight is more intriguing than the names I've been hearing. I would pay to see John Jones and Mike Tyson in a boxing ring, straight gloves on, maybe 8-round fight, 10-round fight at most. Not 12 rounds because it's not a championship fight unless somebody want to put a bet on the line for that thing. But that's a fight. That's a fight. And don't forget, do not forget, John Jones. He's listening. He's listening to Mike Tyson because he's in search of that big payday. He sees guys like Conor McGregor getting big time paydays. He sees guys like Khabib getting big time paydays, and he's out there saying, "My dog, I need me. I need me. I need my bread. I need some of that bread, man. I'm tired of seeing all these motherfucking guys out here making big time money and everybody excluding me. Why can't I make that money?" So John Jones is out here searching. He told the UFC that he wants more money to go up and fight Francis Ngannou. UFC said, "Man, you're not really a seller. So how can the UFC make him happy?" Broken her deal with Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson said he's up for it. Well, he said that John Jones got to fight a guy like him to get $100 million. He put that out there. John Jones said he's listening. Let's see where this saga takes us. Now, man, let's get into some gangster shit. Let's get into some real deal feel shit. Gervonta Davis. Oh, yes, sir. Tank Davis came out today. Yo, man. Tank Davis came out today, man, put some on his Twitter that really put motherfuckers on notice, man. He really broke down why he is the biggest star in and around his weight class. Nobody has anything on him. All right? Now, look, I'm going to go to the tweet, man. We're going to tell you what he said for sure, 100%. Gervonta, talk to him. I don't even take that banner down. Gervonta Davis. And he was replying to a guy from a Twitter dude. And the dude on Twitter says that Tank is far from a cash cow. You guys have been stalling out Loma for quite a while. That's all right, though. He's fighting Lopez next. Much better fight. And Tank comes back and replies to this guy on Twitter that says, "I sell out arenas. Meanwhile, your weak ass pound for pound can't fight in a ballroom, and can fight in a ballroom, and nobody would give a fuck. If anybody at 130, 135 fight me, I'll be their biggest payday. So let's just say they will have to thank me, bitch. Now let's dive into that, man. Is Tank the biggest star in and around 130? Do y'all agree with that? Just give me a yes for yes and an N for no. A Y for yes and an N for no. Is Tank Davis the biggest star in and around 130, 135? Is there anybody a bigger star than Tank Davis? I just want you guys to give me your opinion right quick. Let me know, yes or no. Let's see what we got out here. Because look, he does sell out arenas. He does do a good job selling out arenas, man. He does a very, very good job at selling out arenas. He does have that crossover appeal for that celebrity too. He does have to have that celebrity appeal, but is he he might be the cash cow. He might be the cash cow in and around 130, man. I just need you guys. I want to get y'all opinions, man. Is Tank Davis the biggest star in and around 130, 135? Yes or no? From 126 to 135, is there anybody out there that could demand more money or do bigger purses than Tank Davis? Craig Ayers says yes. Okay. He's definitely a star. He definitely has that what do we call it, that it factor. Has the power, has a friendly fighting style, goes for the knockout. And I know Leonard Ellerby been saying it for a while, you know what I'm saying, that Tank is the biggest star in and around that weight class. And I kind of been hesitant, you know what I'm saying, to give him that certification. But when you're looking at the dynamics, is he a bigger star than Loma? I would think so. Yes, he does bigger venues than Loma, and when it comes to just fanfare, he has a lot more fanfare than Lomachenko. Devin Haney, he's an up and coming star, but he's not quite the level of a Tank Davis. I think Tank Davis is a bigger star than Devin Haney. Ryan Garcia. I think Ryan Garcia has more of a crossover appeal, and that's evident with his social media than Tank Davis, but it hasn't translated into the ring yet. Hasn't translated into those box office pay-per-views yet. Yeah, he's the only one they consider for doing a pay-per-view for. I think Loma and Teofimo might be on pay-per-view. I think that's still a possibility, but you're right. When it comes to pay-per-views, and this will be Tank first pay-per-view with Leo Santa Cruz, and they're trying to match him good by having him fighting a Mexican fighter. But look, man, it's hard to say that Tank is wrong. It's hard to be like, nah, man, Tank, you're not the biggest star, because when you look at it, he does do the biggest gates. His name is always, you know what I'm saying, mentioned. His name is always mentioned. And I wouldn't say that there's anybody ever at that weight class that has more of a star appeal than him. He definitely has that star appeal. And it's going to be hard to disprove that fact. Somebody, maybe if Teofimo goes out there and does a number on Lomachenko and he rises with the casual fan, maybe he can take that throne. If Devin Haney gets a crack at somebody at the top, maybe he can take that throne. But right now, it's safe to say that Tank Davis is the biggest star at 130 or 135, and he is the cash cow in and around that division. All right, man, let's go ahead and get into some other shit right quick, man. We got some things that been popping off, man. Eddie Hearn came out and he spoke to Sports Illustrated now. The WBC franchise is no good for the sport of boxing. How can you become great if you get to the point where you can find out that it's just ripped away? Haney becomes via email. Really, WBC champ? He doesn't want that. Same for White versus Fury. And I'm gonna keep the names out of this right now. We ain't gonna mention nobody's names and nothing like that. When it comes to the WBC franchise belt, I think it is a waste of a tag, waste of a belt, and I think it does the boxing more of a disservice than it does a service for the sport. If a champion don't want to fight his number one contender, he should not be elevated to a tag that is unattainable for anybody else to get, even if they beat him in the ring. And the WBC franchise eliminates the opportunity for greatness. It eliminates the guy who's working his hardest to get up the rankings, to get in that position, and only to be told that you can't fight the champ. You won't get that recognition for fighting the champ. You won't get that praise for being in the ring and possibly defeating the champ. You won't get that. You won't get that glory. You won't get that fanfare. You won't get that fandom. We'll give you the belt. But then you got writers. You got fans out here. You got YouTubers out here that'll make fun of you getting that belt. Oh, he's not the real champ. He ain't the real champ. He don't deserve that belt. You know how he got that belt? That belt came via email. That belt came because so-and-so dropped it and he got elevated. He's not the real champ. He's the real champ. And that's where the confusion goes for in boxing. Everybody got a belt when they go to the fucking ring. Is there many fucking world champions in the sport? If so, shit, I can go shit find my cousin and tell him, nigga, we can get you a belt, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? We can get you a belt and put you in the top 15. Because if it's that easy and there's no clear-cut person at the top of the sport, man, how can you justify elevating somebody to franchise champ? How do you know that he should be the face of your franchise at that weight class? The other guy could be better than him. The other guy could have a better story than him, a better trajectory than him. Let them prove it in the ring. Don't strip somebody. Don't elevate somebody to a title where you cannot even if you lose in the ring, you still franchise champion. That I do not understand. The franchise belt is no good for the sport. The franchise belt is a detriment to the sport. The franchise belt should be taken out of the sport. There is no way a person should be able to make the weight class. I mean, now make it to mandatory status, and then just have it ripped away from him. Ripped away from him. No, you can't challenge the champion. You can't challenge the champion, man. We're gonna put him at franchise belt, and we're gonna give you the regular WBC belt. That has to stop. Let the shit play out in the ring. Let the opportunity for the mandatory to get a shot and let that play out in the ring. Don't tell us that one guy is better than another guy. Let them prove that. Let them prove that. And whoever comes out when the dust settles, that's the person. That's the person. Don't make the decision for us. Don't make the decision for us. The belt has no meaning. The belt has no value. The belt is just a designated tag. And I despise it. I think the WBC does a lot of good things in the sport of boxing. I think they are probably one of the best sanctioned bodies in the sport. But just because you're the best at something don't mean that you don't have your flaws too. That you don't have your chinks in your armor. And the WBC franchise belt is just that. It is a chink in the armor of their organization. Sooner or later, they're going to have to get rid of that belt, and they're going to have to allow these number one contenders to fight for the mandatory, fight the right to be a champion. And that's pretty much what it is, man. I agree with Eddie Hearn when it comes to that factor. When it comes to the factor of denying somebody the opportunity to be great on the night, denying somebody the opportunity to be great on the night is not how you go about growing the sport. Don't tell us that somebody else is better than him. Let us see it. Let us see it, man. I'm sick of this shit, man. Get rid of the WBC franchise belt. We need to start a fucking petition of all the boxing fans and let them know that we do not want the franchise belt no longer in the sport. It is not doing any justice for the sport. And don't forget, if you're coming in right now, give me a thumbs up button, no matter if you're on YouTube, no matter if you're on Facebook. Give me a smash that thumbs up button. I appreciate everybody joining in and watching the stream. Yes, we all need one belt. Franchise belt is the duck belt. Franchise belt is not something that we need in the sport. And frankly, if I'm being frank about it, it's a belt that serves no meaning other than you don't want to fight your mandatory. It's okay for you not to fight your mandatory. We're just gonna give you the franchise belt. Yeah, man. Just leaves a bad taste in my mouth. Rub me the wrong way. And I'm kind of done talking about that damn belt, man. Franchise or no franchise, it should not be in the sport. But since we're talking about the sport, man, let's talk about some fights. Yes, sir. Guess what headline that I seen today that had me quivering in my boots? Because I don't know who will win this fight. I do not know who will win this fight. Y'all see it? Y'all see it? Inoue interested in facing Navarrete, but doubt it will happen. Ah, man. So he kind of giving us hope, but then he steals that hope right back. Now, we know Emmanuel Navarrete is a big guy at 122, one of those guys that really, really cranks up the volume as the fight goes on. Came off a nice 6-round TKO victory on Saturday night. And we all know Inoue, man, the monster, man. Been watching Inoue since she, I think, was on HBO Boxing back in 2017 when he fought Knives or whatever the fuck that shit's called, Antonio Neves, and he put him down. You know what I'm saying? Went him out to greener pastures. And Inoue is one of those guys that have sneaky power. And he fought bigger guys before. He just fought Nonito Donaire, who was much bigger than Inoue in that fight. And this is a fight that if terms could, I mean, first of all, let me read the quote and then I'll tell you where I think. Japanese sensation Inoue is interested in facing Emmanuel Navarrete in the future, but he doubts the fight will ever come off. Both boxers are co-promoted by Top Rank. At the moment, Inoue is a WBA and IBF champion at bantamweight. This past Saturday night in Mexico, Navarrete made his return to the ring as a featherweight to an easy win to stay busy, but in aftermath, there was a lot of speculation that Navarrete would no longer return to super bantamweight unless a lucrative opportunity comes up. Let me see. Inoue, he expects to move to 122, but doubts Navarrete will be fighting in the weight class when he arrives. There is no doubt, and this is coming from Inoue. There is no doubt that it would be an interesting fight. I'm interested. So just want to put that clear. But I don't feel destined to fight Navarrete because he won't be a super bantamweight for much longer, Inoue stated. Now, look. If they can possibly, you know what I'm saying, let Inoue get the Casemiro belt and possibly let him unify at one or become undisputed at 122, that's a damn good fight, man. I'm telling you guys, Inoue, Navarrete, that's all action. That's all, man, that is somebody going to sleep. Somebody got to go to sleep in that fight, or those guys going to show that they got two hellified chins. If that fight can come off and Navarrete hangs around at 122 for a little while longer, that'd be an interesting fight to see. I would love to see that fight, man. And you gotta love it from Inoue. He's always there challenging himself. He's always thinking about the next thing, the next thing. And he got Casemiro in his upcoming, but he's always thinking about what the people want to see and what he wants. He said, "I'm interested in fighting that guy." Ain't too many guys at 122 interested in fighting Navarrete. No, ain't too many guys out there. And Inoue said, "Shit, he alright, but he ain't goddamn me unbeatable." And I like that from Inoue, man. I really like that. I like Emmanuel Navarrete too. I think he is a tremendous fighter. But he'll definitely have his hand full if he fights Inoue. Let me see, man. I think that's the last topic of the night. Yes, sir. So while we do that, if you guys want to hop on the stream right quick and give me your comments about the franchise belt or what we just talked about from Inoue and all those things, you guys can. I'm gonna put the link to the stream yard in the chat right now. So if you want to be a part of the conversation and give me your spiel on the franchise belt or Gervonta Davis saying that he's a cash cow at 130 or 135. You guys can hop on the stream right now and give me your spiel or your take on everything that we covered today. How y'all feel about the franchise belt, man? Let the people know how y'all feel about the franchise belt, man. Don't just type it in the chat. Everybody don't read the chat. Sometimes they want to hear your voice. So if you want to give me your spiel about the franchise belt, Gervonta Davis, a new way, John Jones, Mike Tyson, let me know. Let me know. If not, man, we're gonna get on down and we're gonna hop on out, man, and get ready for this late night stream that we always do. If y'all know me, y'all know what I'm about, man. DJ N says I could understand if franchise was like an annual award belt, like the WBC Papa Pound belt. Yeah, I mean that would be better, you know what I'm saying? And I would want it to just cover one one boxer. You know what I'm saying? It should be an annual award. Like this is the franchise champion for this year. We thought that this fighter displayed very, very whatever this year, and that's why he's been elected to be the franchise representative for this year. It shouldn't be every division belt. It should be an annual belt that's given out once a year to recognize a member of the WBC fighting ranks that just showed tremendous support for the organization and represented the organization and boxing with a level of elegance, for lack of a better word, that was accepted and recognized worldwide. That's what it should be. That's what it should be. But it's not. It's like pro wrestling belt, like my guy Bogey 708 said. It's a goddamn WCW Intercontinental belt and shit like that. So I'm not a fan of it. Never been a fan of it. Won't be a fan of it. Not good for the sport. Needs to be out of the sport. But since we ain't got nobody hopping on the stream, man, we're gonna go ahead and get on down, man. We're gonna get ready for the night stream, man. Sorry about the show; it's kind of short. But wasn't really too much out there to like really grasp onto or really talk about, man. We really picking at straws, man. I got a show tomorrow for you guys that I've been thinking about doing about the level of fights that we've been getting, man. And is it doing a disservice or a service for boxing? Because the level of fights that we're seeing have not even tickled my fancy at one bit. I'm gonna do that show tomorrow, man. Just talk about the level of fights that we're getting, and is there any way that we could come up with an idea to increase the level of fights? Because this has been very, very sad, very, very sad. Shiloh, my guy, Shiloh, better hop on real quick. Give us spiel about the WBC belts or the franchise belt. What's going on, Shiloh?
What's good, bro? You can hear me?
I can hear you, man.
All right, man. Yeah, it ain't shit. Yeah, that's like more like the $1 million belt, bro.
Why you call it
Shit,
that?
because you can't even lose that belt. You know what I mean? The $1 million belt. Remember that shit? That's back in the day, Ted DiBiase type shit. He just gives it to whoever he felt was that champ.
Oh wow, wow. So like what is your take like that the franchise belt should be, or do you think that we should take it out
Nah, that
altogether?
should be eliminated, bro. That should be since the moment they announced Canelo as the W. I mean, that was crazy right there. I was like, what? It's like, yep, they protected him, so they was like, oh, hold up, we need to find a new champ. Who should we? Yeah, let's go with Lomachenko because he's the Matrix. Nobody's gonna beat that guy. He's gonna go any way he wants, up, down, left, right. That's bullshit, bro. They just trying to play that belt, trying to use it as something to disguise what they really wanna do, which is basically get money out of those guys because they know for a fact that every time they're in a fight, it's gonna be a high level fight, high level match, which costs a lot of money, and they always want to be part of that.
Yeah, man, the money is definitely a factor, but I was in the mindset that I wouldn't mind them making it like an annual thing, like my guy was saying, like make it a yearly award and says and just do it for like one boxer, not every division, and say, hey, man, this year the franchise champ.
Wasn't they doing that in the May 5th or May 2nd, whatever Canelo fought, that they was giving that they gave it a Fury, that Myers belt or whatever they
Yeah,
called it?
some shit, man. I don't fucking know. But
That's what I mean.
WBC
That's
got
like
so many
almost every
little.
year, right?
They got so many decorative belts. It's crazy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And that's like, what's the point of the franchise? It's crazy.
And Fresh BX, man, that's the only one that I was even like remotely excited about. But I was excited for Les Pierre and Pedraza, but that fight didn't come on. But we'll talk about that tomorrow, man. That'll be
Yeah,
its
I
own
still
show.
see Joyce and Dubois up in fight nights as well.
Yeah, man, that needs to happen, man. I don't know. I
It
think
says that July. It's showing it as it's still happening in July. We got July or something. I was just on it right now on the site.
oh shit. Well, we'll see, man. We'll see what kind of news come out from Frank Warren. I doubt they do that. I doubt Frank Warren put that on in July because he can't recoup no money if he ain't got the fans there.
Yeah, sure, but
But all right,
those
shout
guys
out.
ain't still prospects though, or not?
So what now?
I thought it was still like prospects or whatever.
Who
I thought it
that?
wasn't that Dubois and Joyce. I didn't know they were
Nah,
super
man,
high
that's a
level like
big
that.
fight over England, man. That's like the boxing hardcore fight. You know what I'm saying? They can probably pack about what 15 to 20,000 into arena. Motherfuckers gonna watch that, bro. Trust me.
Yeah, yeah, no doubt. All right, then, bro.
All right, Shiloh, man. Thank you for hopping on, brother. I always appreciate you, man.
No doubt, man. Anytime.
Peace out. Big up to my guy Shiloh for hopping on the stream, man. But yeah, man, that's pretty much it, man. Like I said, I put the link in the chat, but nobody hopped on but Shiloh, so we're gonna get on down and we're gonna get on to the next one. Uh, fuck the franchise belt, take it out. John Jones, Mike Tyson, intriguing, very intriguing. Gervonta Davis is the guy. He is a cash cow in and around that division. And Inoue versus fucking Navarrete. Ooh. If I could see that fight, man, Inoue and Navarrete, man, I swear I would be over the fucking moon excited for that fight. That's a fight that is gonna be guns and butter, blood and guts. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be the big time shots, you know what I'm saying? But it's also gonna be those grueling shots where the person gotta shake it off, you know what I'm saying? So if that fight happens, top rank, man, you guys got one. I would be trying to push for that fight. Let a new way go ahead and knock out Casemiro, knock his ass out real smooth, like real quick, like put him down. And yeah, man. But if not, then it is what it is, man. Used to be a Big John fan, but now you're getting faker by the minute. I don't know who or what a Big John Fury. I don't know who talking about Big John. But yeah, man, I appreciate everybody out there watching. Thank you guys for giving your input on the franchise belt. Thank you guys for just always rocking out with Mike on sports. And until next time, man, we're gonna get on down. Yes, sir. Oh, he said he got Navarrete. All right, all right. With that being said, yo, Mike, drop that beat on him.